B team, we're back, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back and better than ever. Come on now.
Yep.
Nux.
Absolutely.
Watching the Euros right now. Today is July, I believe, the 9th. Guys, thank you for following, subscribing, the whole nine. NFL is almost here.
We're close.
We are close. So today, what we're going to do, we have two little segments. We're going to do my week one top 10 matchups. It was actually a pretty tough list to devise up. I think the first...
Wait, so we're only doing week one?
Only week one.
Oh,
yes.
That changes everything.
Yes, that changes everything. So if you want to do next week, if you want to do of like the whole season, because we did that last year, did we not?
We did.
We did that last year, or we did that in February when the schedule came out. We immediately said something, or like we ranked the matchups. I think, no, that was last year, because this is not the only time we've done it. No. But anyways, we can do that next week. I only have the week one matchups. We'll kind of build up a little bit. We are like...
We're close, dude.
Get this fucking pen out of my hands.
Yeah.
We are... We're about like a month and a half away, somewhere on the lines.
Yep.
It's amazing. Finally. September 4th. Okay.
We are under a month.
So that
2 months.
Yeah, so that is...
But it's a preseason August 8th.
That's what I was going to say. Okay. Wow, dude. And there's only 3, I believe, 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. So we have that segment. We're going to have my week one top 10 matchups. And then I have a segment where I'm going to ask Muller here, because obviously we are some gamblers. We like to spread our money around. I have a category of 4 that I'm going to ask Muller his best futures bet to put in.
Can't wait.
And who you're choosing. So we'll do that second.
Can't wait.
So before we start, how we doing? Everything's good?
Yep.
The weekend was good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, I got corn in my teeth right now. I had corn before we started this, and I should have got a... Oh, here we go. And it's over for Canada.
Dude, come on, man. You can't do that.
Oh. I did. I honestly didn't even think about that.
Who scored?
I didn't even think about that. Well, here it comes. Ready?
Did he send it? Oh, nice ball. That's not Messi, though, is it?
Nope.
No.
Is that Julian Alvarez? Yep.
What a pass.
Yep. That's on me. Hand up. I got to wait 30 seconds from now on. Yeah, no, my weekend's been great. I had corn today. It's stuck in my teeth. Can't complain.
What'd you do this weekend? Wait. It was July 4th. You know, July 4th.
It was July 4th.
July 4th party, yep.
Big Ben turned 30. It was a good time. Yeah, it was
a lot of dogs, a lot of hot dogs.
A lot of hot dogs, a lot of burgers, a lot of beers.
What was the drink of choice? What were we drinking on?
Had a lot of Miller Lite on the July 4th.
A lot of Millers, okay.
Going to Layman's, I think I had about 10 Truly lemonades. Got the boys buzzing, stumbling, rumbling, bumbling home.
Big Truly guy. Dude, you gave him the 5-hole.
It was truly fantastic. And then, nothing beats a John Daly on a Sunday.
Oh,
on a warm Sunday? No.
So are you off? Because funny enough, when I golfed, today is Tuesday. I golfed Saturday. I went the transfusion route. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the drink to have on the golf course? Is it a John Daly or is it a transfusion?
Absolutely. But I was going to ask you, what's your drink of choice on the 4th of July?
What was I drinking on the 4th of July? Oh, wait a minute. Well, number one, I worked. I know that. But
I feel like if you're American, you got to drink beer.
I did drink beer, yeah.
You got to drink beer. It's an American pastime.
I was drinking some brews. Not really sure which. I know I was drinking some IPA, some Hazy John, but you had to drink some beers, and you had to go that route. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. I had a great 4th. Made some money, too. A lot of fun. But, dude,
right, let's get into it.
Let's start off here. Week one. This is boom. So I left the page open if you wanted to rank them as we go.
Okay.
But
so I got a question here, because clearly I was mistaken on what we were doing. Is this your 10 favorite games, or is this 1 through 10 what you think they are?
Like from 1 through 10, I just think these are the most intriguing matchups.
All right. Don't let me see them. Don't let me see any of the matchups. Should we do like a TikTok? You know how you have to place them? like it comes up on your forehead. Oh, and we put that one like the 5 spot, and you gotta hope that like there's one first.
Oh yeah.
So we do it like that, and I'll just
for you.
Yeah. So you read it, and then I'll just be like 5. We're gonna put it there.
Okay. So you'll have your rank first, and then you'll see if you match up with mine.
So
I like that.
I have a general idea of what games are occurring week 1 because I looked at it earlier, but we'll see.
Do you want me to list off my top 10 and then you rank them?
Let's go one at a time. Give me your first one that's on the list. You can do it in mixed order if you want to be honest.
That's what I was going to do and
do
see if
want.
you match up with mine.
Okay.
So we're going to go off my top 10 and then I want to see where you rank them and I kind of rank them as most like intriguing matchups, like I don't know, just a good team against a really good team. Like it's going to be fun to watch. You don't want to miss out on it.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get underway here. So, why don't we start? I mean, I got them on the list. It's only right. I got Cowboys and Browns. Where do you got them at?
4. That's got to be like I'm just thinking like it's the Cowboys and the Browns. If we're going off of numbies, people are going to be tuning in. It's going to do numbies. But in terms of quality, let's be honest. Cowboys probably won't be top tier that day. They might put up buckets, but they ain't going to be top tier. It's going to be an ugly, bruising battle. And Cleveland, I mean, honestly, no one knows really what they're going to get with Cleveland. We all know the defense is going to be spectacular with that offense. Deshaun Watson, I mean, he's just got to figure out how to touch the football, the pigskin, not the skin that everyone's thinking I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it.
In the body.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what's funny? But real quick, but when we put that reel out where we ranked the AFC North, I kind of thought about it again, and I'm like, you know what? I am high on the Browns. I know they're a good team. Are they number 2? Because I still think Pittsburgh is 4, and of course the Steelers fans are going to kill me for that. Mm-hmm. Dude, I looked at the Steelers schedule today. Their schedule after week 8, week 9 is brutal.
Dude, we went through it right when the schedule came out. We went through it because
it's insane.
We love hating on
how
the
tough
Steelers.
it is.
We love hating on the Steelers.
I mean, we're just trying to be realistic about the Steelers. Like, listen, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole here. I know they're a good team. They're gonna be better. I just think there's 3 better teams in the division. But again, listen, the Bengals and the Steelers, they're interchangeable. They could be 4th. Mm-hmm. The Steelers could be 3rd. Like, we don't know. And they, FanDuel, the odds on the Bengals right now, they're like 4th or 5th to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The 4th or 5th best odds.
They are. And it's because you said the Bengals, right?
The Bengals, yes.
Like it's all because Joe Burrow's back.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes out week 1 and it's not good, they're going to drop. They'll drop. But to stick with the Cowboys and the Browns here, the Browns, I think, have made upgrades. But their upgrades are guys that elsewhere weren't exactly stepping up. Like, everyone knows the potential they have, but they weren't stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those moves where they brought in a lot of those type of players, and now if they don't step up again, like, they're kind of screwed. And the Browns are screwed. Not only the players, but the Browns are screwed because they're hoping that these guys, they're basically hoping that a bunch of Michael Gallups can bring it together. That's what they're hoping for.
Except Amari Cooper. I think that guy is legit.
Oh, Amari Cooper's fantastic.
Jerry Jeudy is a wild, like, he needed a reset, and I think this is good for him. Mm-hmm. Eli Moore, I mean, we know who he is. Mm-hmm. We know what he can do, but can he do it on a consistent level and produce at that level? However, I do think the way I look at the Browns, they're just they're kind of like another quarterback away team. Like, what can Deshaun Watson bring to the table, and can he play at the level he did before when he played in Houston? Yeah. That's really all it comes down to.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you there.
And Nick Chubb.
I want to add one thing about the Steelers here, and then we can just screw them.
We could throw it away.
Okay. Did you see what's his name was suspended for 8 games?
Oh, yeah. Sutton, I believe, the cornerback.
Yeah. So that's a tough blow for them. But, I mean, it's going to be tough regardless. You have Russell Wilson as your quarterback.
Boom.
I'm out on him.
You're out on him now?
I saw a video last week of Jersey Jerry, and they were talking about it, and I just don't see it happening. I don't.
Really, dude. This has been they're like the Russell Wilson to you is like the Mets for me right now.
Yeah. Give it another month.
Yeah,
when the videos start coming out, and I see him, and
Mr. Unlimited.
Like, I could be back in. Yeah. I will make my final decision on this season for him
September 3rd.
on no. I'll do it August 12th. August 12th would be the official day that I
Hold
decide.
on a minute. I think September 3rd is fair because the season hasn't started yet.
No, I want to go straight off of his first couple days in camp.
Okay, fair. That works. So,
I don't want to be able to, I don't want to even see him play a game yet. I just want to see him in the uniform and I'll decide.
dude, okay, one more thing. So if I remember correctly, after week 10, so they don't have any divisional games until like week 11, week 10, week 11.
Who are we talking about? Cleveland?
The Steelers.
Oh, okay.
So they play all out of conference or just out of division teams leading up to then. They play Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns, 4 games in a row. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of their games are throughout the season, like the rest of the year.
Okay.
That is just I kind of feel for them how they got screwed there. Like usually it's like, oh, divisional game week 2 or week 4, week 3. They don't play any division rivals until week 10, week 11.
That's perfect. This might actually work out for them. It might be above 500.
It could work for them, but it also could fucking kill them.
Oh, it could, but they always play their division well.
They do. And
so if they can win half of their games leading up to that point, I will say they'll finish above 500.
I like that.
There you go, Steelers fans. But all in all, Cowboys Browns will be the 4th best game of the week.
Okay. All right, let's do another one here. I have the Rams Lions.
6. It'll be cool. What time's that game at, you think?
So I messed up and I didn't write down the times.
All right, that's fine. I'm going to assume it's going to be like a 1 o'clock game.
I think it's a night game.
Where's it at?
I think it's in Detroit. It's either a 4:20 game or a night game. I don't believe it's a 1 o'clock game.
Oh, then if it's a night game, I might even put it lower. If it's 4:20, yeah, it's like a 1 o'clock game out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me whatever.
Damn, I messed
6?
up. Didn't think about that. So that's at 6.
All right.
Let's go KC Baltimore. What do you got there?
1. That's so easy. Opening day, Thursday night football at Chiefs Kingdom. You got the MVP going against the baby goat. Well, adult goat at this point. Yeah, dude, that game's going to be so sick. And it's the first game of the year. There's no...
Same like last year, too.
You could have told me that game was going to be the Bears and Atlanta, and it's number 1 for week 1. It's the first game of the year. It's the best game of the year.
It is. That was just an easy one. You had to get that out. Okay, speaking of, so I do have those 2. Why don't we do Steelers-Falcons? I have that on my list as well. You can't tell me that's not going to be a fucking awesome game. I cannot wait.
8. Putting it at 8. Steelers and Falcons. Think about what you just said. The Steelers and the Falcons. Steelers are going to come out and not be able to move the ball down the field because Russell Wilson is going to be so drunk off of what's that beer from out there? It's like Steel City or something.
Oh, Icy Light.
Icy Light. Yeah, he's going to be so drunk off of that. He's not going to be able to function. And then you're going to have Kirk Cousins, who just got paid, and like that, he might not even be playing. It's going to be Michael Penix.
There you go.
Penix is going to be playing.
That's why I have it on the list.
It's so ugly. It's going to look like the first.
And they got Justin Fields, bro. This can be a whirlwind. Who knows what's going to happen leading up, man? So
this is going to be like an NCAA football 2K game. You're going to have the quarterbacks returning punts. You're going to have like 4 verticals half the game, and then for some reason, I guarantee Bijan will get like only 10 carries.
Oh,
it's going to be a terrible game.
If Bijan gets 10 carries right off the rip, sell, and just eat the loss.
Yeah. So that's at 8.
So I got that at 8. Okay. Let's do Colts Texans here.
If Richardson can stay healthy through preseason and get to that game with no setbacks or anything, I'll put this one at 5. I think it's gonna be very entertaining. I think there'll be a lot of points, a lot of action. I think there's a lot of guys on that team that can bring the action. Stephon Diggs is going to do some dumb celebration in the end zone, and then he's going to go into the locker room after they win and complain that he only got 30 throws.
And there you go. Hopefully, yeah. I'm praying because I think that's one team right now that everyone is so high on. Listen, I don't think that Diggs is like a cancer to a locker room. I just don't believe that right now. I just think his tenure with the Bills was just coming up, and he just had really no help, and they weren't winning. So I can see why he was a little bit pissed off. But yeah, I was just watching that too.
Yeah.
But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he's gonna. He might not get the ball a lot, but I think he's come to the point of his life now where he knows that like it's not going to matter about individual stats. Now they have Nico Collins, they have Tank Dell that's going to be healthy. Like he's got to accept that role. He's going to be wide receiver 1 regardless. But if they win, 100% he's going to be wide receiver 1. Well, in Houston, bro.
They have to list him as it.
Yes,
I don't think he will be.
If he's wide receiver 2 and they have that much faith in Nico Collins, then God bless him.
I'm saying he'll be wide receiver 1. I don't think statistically he will be.
No, that's fair. And that's what I'm saying is he might not have the stats that he wants or he's gotten in the past. But if they're winning games, I don't want to see him bitching and complaining that he's not getting the ball enough.
But I think he still will.
Then that's on Houston.
He used to do it in Minnesota. He did it in Buffalo. They would win games and you'd only get 4 catches and he'd be upset. He had that wussy face on where he
can't now, bro.
I've never seen someone get their lips so straight in like
the emoji.
Even. Yeah, it's insane. And he does it and his eyes are like somehow they're below his lower eyelid and he looks like a little pug that's unhappy. That's what he looks like.
That's just what Buffalo would do to you, I guess, right? It's not
to be
fun.
Fair, it is
all you got to do
there.
is eat chicken wings and freeze your ass off in the cold. But
and you don't see the sun half the year.
Nope. So okay, so
Next.
right now we
put
have
them at 5.
So you put Colts Texans at 5. You have KC Baltimore at 1, Cowboys Browns at 4, Rams Lions at 6, Steelers Falcons at 8. So we have 5 more. So let's do. We're gonna go Jets Niners. I have to put it on the list.
This is Sunday Night Football, correct?
This is Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. 3. Oh, I was going to put it at 2 because it's Monday Night Football, but I'm dropping it to 3 because there's a small chance that this game is done at halftime.
Yes. Bro, amazing. Good job.
But there's a big chance that this could be one of the best games of the beginning of the year at least.
Yeah, this could be 1, this could be 2, this could be 14.
It could be the worst game of the week.
Yes. So I highly doubt it, but let's hope it's not.
It all depends on if Aaron Rodgers can make it past the 4th play.
Yes, that's all that matters. If he can get on a second possessional drive, we're looking good. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So now you got the Jets Niners at 3. Let's do, I like this one, Bears Titans. Obviously, a lot of hype around the Bears right now with the draft that they've recently had. They're kind of on the come up. I think that's going to be an interesting game to watch.
What do I have available below 6?
7, 9, and 10.
9. I'm going to put this one at 9. Do I think a lot of people will tune in? Yes. Do I think a lot of people are going to enjoy what they see? No. I think the Bears are going to take a few weeks to really get this thing going because you have a rookie quarterback, and Grant, he's the number 1 pick. He's the next coming of God, basically, is what Chicago's telling us.
Civil War.
Like, you just don't see rookie quarterbacks and new quarterbacks come in and gel with 4 guys, 1 they've never played with, and then those guys also have never played with each other. And I know you could say they have 3 weeks to learn each other's stuff and all that, but that's just not how it's going to work. Mm-hmm. Like they could win this first week. I'm not saying they won't win. They could easily put up buckets on this team. But am I going out of my way to watch a Chicago Bears game that they're playing against Will Levis and the Titans?
2-pump chump.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And
so that's not even on, that wouldn't even be on your top 10 list.
No, it would make it in, I think.
So it would make it at
It
9,
would sneak in at 9 or 10.
Okay.
Only because of Caleb. Because you do want to see what he's going to do. Gotcha. Like, you know what I mean? You aren't just not going to see what he does.
Just because this team has just had such a good offseason and they've added so many pieces. And again, you always want to watch the team that drafts a number 1 overall quarterback at 1. You want to see how he performs. I mean,
and they have an electric offense. The guys that they added, like this offense could be really good. I'm not saying they're going to suck this game, but I could see it similar to what we said about the Jets. Like this could be a game where it's like, this is disgusting football, let's watch something else.
It's just one of those where we've never seen a situation like this before, where a number 1 overall pick goes into a good system, because again, it's always a worse team. And look at Bryce Young; they're just not ready to compete. They don't have the players, they don't have the coaching staff. There's no stability.
They're going to get 3 wins this year.
Carolina, I think so too. I think week 1, they're playing the Saints, and we don't know what the hell the Saints are besides a good defense, but they could win that game. I mean, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the Panthers because I know what those fans are going through.
Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah. Also, another interesting thing: are they going to play Caleb in the preseason? Are they going to give him a couple of possessions? We'll see.
You have to.
Yep, I agree. So let's do. I got Eagles Packers on the list too. So you have 2, 7, and 10 open.
So this one I'm gonna put at 2. I actually, when I was looking at the games, I was contemplating, like, could this game be better than the Chiefs and the Ravens? Because both teams have got something to prove. Like, last year, the Eagles were terrible, and Green Bay was well above what everyone thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those, like, all right, are the Eagles going to come out? There's a lot of stories coming out of Philly about Jalen Hurts right now.
Yep.
You're not having your strong guy at center anymore, your gel guy.
There's a lot of like mysteries in this game because, like you said, like the Packers over exceed expectations. The Eagles went out 1-6, I believe,
and also they're playing in Brazil,
and they're playing in
Brazil.
Brazil.
They can't wear green.
Yep,
because of the gangs. 2 teams that primarily wear green are not allowed to wear green.
I think the Packers are more Brazil. They're way more Brazil looking nationally with their colors than the Eagles are. They're not going to consider that they're green. Everyone, I think, is going to be rooting for the Packers there.
Well, yeah, they're all going to be in Brazil jerseys.
Yes, exactly. So it's going to be a home game for the Packers.
If the Eagles want to make it look like everyone's cheering for them too, they should show up in their light blue and yellow jerseys.
They should have rocked the Kelly Greens right off the bat. I think they're only wearing them once, I've seen so far. Twice.
And I already said that they will win that game.
Whoever they play, bet
Dallas.
Oh, yeah, bet them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it would be hilarious if everyone's like, you aren't allowed to wear green. And Green Bay comes out in their dark green, and the Eagles wear their Kelly green. That'd be awesome.
I think what they should do is make the Packers just have an all yellow fucking uniform and have the Eagles just go all green. Yeah, just bring back the color rush solely for the fact that you're playing in Brazil.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to go.
They're gonna have to figure something out.
They either have to go all white or all black, and the Packers have to go all white or all yellow.
I wonder where they're gonna play next. So because they just picked Brazil. Is it gonna be Russia next? Is it gonna be China?
You went.
Who knows?
It's one of, what were we thinking?
Yeah, that was so random.
You sent 2 of the greenest teams to a place that they're not allowed to wear green.
Brazil, yeah. I mean,
Roger, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know. Like, if anything, like you want to
send the Bears and the Titans.
Like,
right?
Like, what are we doing here? That would have been a storyline at its finest. Caleb Williams, his first game ever in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Oh man!
Like, you got to just keep using Europe, man. Like they like it more, or maybe use fucking Hawaii or some shit. Like somewhere where football is growing and people are enjoying it. Like maybe Wales. Look at the Chiefs. They got Luis Zamit or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yep.
So all right. So now we got 3, I believe. No, we have 2 spots left. I have 2 more matchups.
Can we just take a moment here to that shirt?
You got that for me.
Pretty cool.
I wore. I was like, I think Colin got me this shirt.
Yep.
Here you are, y'all. Used to drink this back in college. Good old Jenny.
Bad day to be a Jenny.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's do Dolphins Jags. Again, you have 7 and 10. Good matchups this week or week 1. You really can't go wrong with either.
I have to put that one at 7. Hot take, I think Trevor comes out and he has 3 interceptions week 1.
This is going to be a big game for Trevor Lawrence. I want to talk about it too when I show them my list, but yeah, Tua's going to be doing Tua things. What is Trevor going to look like? What is he going to do? And I guarantee you if they lose that game, he's going to get so much shit. So much shit.
Or at least respectfully lose. But I think he throws 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
I think he fumbles the bag.
No, I agree. Respectfully lose is the way to go. And then the last one I got is Raiders Chargers. Every other game after that,
I nailed this.
You did pretty damn good, bro.
That's 10. I think 9 and 10 I nailed.
So I'll let you know what you got right and what you got wrong. KC Baltimore was number 1. Let me go through my list here, and I'll go through each one individually. So Muller's top 10. I will go through it now. KC Baltimore at 1, Eagles Packers 2, Jets Niners 3, Cowboys Browns 4, Colts Texans 5, Rams Lions 6, 7 is Dolphins Jags, 8 Steelers Falcons, 9 Bears Titans, 10 Raiders Chargers. Honestly, a very good list. A very, very respectful.
I think I nailed it.
Yeah, this is a really good list. Mine is a little bit different, and I'll give my reason why. So, again, I have KC Baltimore at 1. Number 2, this was kind of a wild card, and maybe because Gassy got me thinking a little bit. I have the Rams Lions at 2. I think because...
Certainly could.
Well, we got to remember, last year they played in the quarterfinals, in the playoffs, and it was a fucking close game.
Do you know what that's called?
Divisional round?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Divisional round of the playoffs. It was a really good game. And it's, again, Goff is on the Rams. Stafford was on the Lions. Having that, and now they have Puka Nacua. And the drafts that they both had, that's going to be a shootout. Like, that might be like the Rams... the Rams Chiefs back in the day when each of them put up 56 points. I think that is going to be an insane game. Detroit loves to score week 1. You saw against Kansas City last year. That's going to be electric, dude. That is going to be fun. I don't know.
Could.
So Rams Lions, I got it 2. Jets Niners at 3. So you nailed that. So you're 2 for 3 right now.
Yep.
Jets Niners, of course. I mean, Monday Night Football, everything that happened. I don't have to explain. You heard it enough over the last couple months. I thought it was a sneeze. Number 4, I have Eagles Packers. Again, just because of...
That's fair.
I think that's a nice top 4. The Rams Lions is a wild card. You could put a lot of other games there, but...
Now, I have a question. If, due to them wearing green, messes up the game, where does that rank this game for the week? That's got to make it 14.
Yeah, it's gonna come out of my
14.
top 10.
Right.
Yeah, if they have to really fix everything up with the jerseys and whatnot. Then
what happens if something goes down? They can't finish the game. Do we just come back to the States and play it in Philly?
No, I think that's something that they play like later in the year to make up for it.
I think they should have to fly home, get off the plane in uniform,
immediately play,
and immediately go to the link. And Eagles fans are just allowed to pack the whole stadium.
Yeah. They got to find a neutral spot. They got to go in like Cleveland or some shit. Go neutral.
But that's one thing I respect about the Birds fans. Like, if that happened and that's how they went about it, they 100% would pack that place.
I wonder how many Birds fans are going to be traveling to this game. Because some guys are like, oh, dude, like, let's go to Brazil. And then some guys are like, are you fucking crazy? Why would we go to Brazil for this game? I mean,
just wait.
The fact that they have that option, though, is sick.
It's not worth it.
That's what it might not be worth it to a lot of people, including myself, but maybe if it was somewhere else. But yeah, I have that at 4. You had Cowboys Browns at 4. Yeah. Another one you got 5, Colts Texans. I don't think we're talking about this game enough, dude. I mean, I love the Texans and I like the Colts too. They have Shane Steichen, who could have been coach of the year last year. He's electric. The players play for him. Anthony Richardson against C.J. Stroud. This is going to be a duo matchup to be for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited because the Texans are the favorites. They got a target on their back right now. And though I think one of the strongest teams in that division besides the Jags and the Titans, the Colts are going to have their number. The Colts are going to come at them every single time they play them. I wouldn't sleep on them, man. They could win this division. Yeah, I really do think so. But that's going to be fun. I love that divisional matchup. Probably the only divisional matchup in that division that's actually worth watching. So nice. So right now you got 3 that were correct and 2 that were incorrect.
Or did you get?
Or maybe I did. Who knows?
Yep.
We'll let the guys decide. Followers can decide, and let us know what else, other content you want us to put out, other top 10s and whatnot. We'll do them. So number 6, I got the Cowboys and the Browns. I still would be again, like, it's going to be a great fucking matchup. A lot of pressure, I feel like, is on the Cowboys. I mean, they always have the pressure on them, but the Browns as well. So kind of like an Eagles-Packers, there's a lot of mysteries, but like it's a little bit different with can they win the game, and are they going to look as good as they did last year? So that's my number 6. My number 7, Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins. That's going to be fun, man. I don't know. Something about that game is just seeing Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson, 2 old guys, just getting after it. Arthur Smith returning to Atlanta. He is the OC of the Steelers. And Raheem Morris, who has got these guys fired up, and they are favorites to win the division. So they need a statement win right out the gate. And the Steelers needed to.
You know who else used to get me fired up? Mr. Posh, before he played a Majors baseball game. You know what? We won 2 games that year.
Boom.
Got smacked around.
Do you think that should be a top 10 game?
Which one?
Steelers Falcons.
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. Russell Wilson does numbies.
Number 8, I got Dolphins and Jags. I think that's a nice spot for it. I think the Jags kind of put it down on the list a little bit. But again, Trev just getting paid, probably almost. I think he is the highest paid quarterback right now. That's
because Tua did get paid.
I can't believe you guys, man. I'm like, you guys cannot be serious. Like, how the fuck did I miss this? There's no way. So Tua did not get paid. These guys played me, or just did not know. It was Gassy, by the way, who brought it up.
He was so confident. He convinced me.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no shot. Like, I didn't see anything. Carlo would be blowing up the GM. And I know I'd be seeing a bunch of text messages in my group messages. So he will get paid. And again, they're not going to pay him Trevor money, which is insane. So we'll see what Tua does. That's number 8 for me. And then number 9, I got the Raiders Chargers, man. I mean, I love this Raiders team. I think they're another sleeper of mine. I think Antonio Pierce is going to be amazing for them. He fits Las Vegas perfectly. I love this little quarterback situation they have on their hands because I'm an Aiden O'Connell guy and I'm a Gardner Minshew guy. They're not amazing, but they can win you games. We saw it with Gardner in Indianapolis. And Aiden O'Connell, listen, they weren't that bad. So
it's not a sexy pick, but it's a cool pick.
It's not a sexy pick, but it's a respectable pick. And, of course, you have Jim Harbaugh. I mean, he's being talked about all over every single channel. What is he going to do for this team, and how is he going to look coaching this team? How is Ladd McConkey going to look? How is Herbert going to look? Like, it's just another mysterious team that we don't know how they're going to play. We don't know their identity. My guess is going to be a run-heavy team. So who is he going to throw to besides Ladd? Who is Quentin Johnson going to step up? Is the defense going to step up? Because they got players, but they were not good in the secondary. They were ranked last. So that's good. That's a tough game to bet. It's going to be a 3.5 point spread, of course. So Raiders Chargers at 9, and then I have the Bears Titans at 10, of course, because of all the stuff that we talked about earlier. I love at one of my picks, and I'm going to put money on it. Titans with the spread, easy. Like, you have to take them here. They're not a bad team. They added Calvin Ridley. They got Tajay Spears. They got D-Hop. Will Levis, out of probably a lot of the rookie quarterbacks, was not the worst. He didn't look bad. So that's my list. So I got KC, Baltimore at 1, Rams, Lions, Jets, Niners, Eagles, Packers at 4, Colts, Texans 5, Cowboys, Browns 6, Steelers, Falcons 7, Finns, Jags at 8, Raiders, Chargers 9, and Bears, Titans 10. A couple games that I did not have on my list. Off the top of my head, Vikings and the Giants, I really thought about putting that one in just because it's such an unusual matchup week 1, and Sam Darnold is the quarterback, and the Giants are on Hard Knocks. That would have been like my 11 or 12.
That game's going to suck.
It's going to suck, but I think it's going to be so bad where it's like fun to watch.
Okay.
I love Sam Darnold. You got
Vikings.
Yes. Vikings, I think, are for some reason, they're even. I don't think they're even money, but they have the same odds as the Giants. Carolina and the Saints, no one's going to watch that besides Carolina and Saints fans. Washington and the Bucs was another game that was close. Really interesting matchup. Can be a shootout. And I think the Bengals-Patriots was another game. Off the top of my head, I think that is Arizona and Buffalo.
That might
just because of Marvin Harrison and what is Kyler going to look like? Is he going to be the guy that he was his rookie year? And what is Buffalo's new look going to be? Like, how are they going to go about running their offense? Who's going to be their wide receiver one? Is it going to be Curtis Samuel? Is it going to be Keon Coleman?
I have this weird feeling that the Bills are still there. As we get closer and closer, I'm just like, I really think the Bills could just win the division,
bro. Again, and like they're not. Again, listen, I said that their window is closed. It still is closed, but it's not like they are not competitive anymore. They're still going to be a strong team. I just don't think
they didn't lock the door yet.
That it's like. They have some notches, and they're putting their arm under, and they're configuring a couple, and they're unlocking some.
The door is still able to be open.
Like, they haven't cracked the code yet, but they're figuring out clues to where they can reopen the vault.
Yeah.
So, I think that'll be a fun game to watch. I think the spread's around 7. I took the Cardinals +7. I think week 1 is usually, I think, is the easiest week to bet. People think it's the hardest, but since we do this pretty much all year round, we know what rosters are looking like. So I'm ready. I'm excited. I can't wait. So yeah, that's our top 10. So you got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 correct. Again, just based off my list.
Technically, you got 7 wrong.
What do you think of my list? Is it a little out there? I liked it. Okay, fair. So now that's our first segment.
There's no right and wrong here.
There is no right and wrong. But I want there to be.
But before we get to the next segment, we would like you to hear from us. All right.
Nice. Okay, we did good there.
Plug it in there.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if that's gonna be long enough, but.
Well, no, we can cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Gassy, have fun with that one.
That was good. That was very good. Enjoy the Zen, brother. We'll be right back. Enjoy the Zen. Now.
Here, before we get into it, try this.
What the fuck is this? Oh, dude, these are awesome. These are amazing.
Right?
Look at this. Oh, yeah. With dark chocolate action. Very lemony.
A little ASMR.
Oh, yeah. Did you just have that?
Takes a while to chew. Wasn't expecting that. That's on us.
Okay, we're back.
All right.
We're back. So, second segment here. Early best future bets going into the year. I have 4 categories. I have MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and a special one for the end. So, why don't we start off? Who the hell is going to be the MVP this year? I have 10 people that you can choose from, or someone else.
Give me that.
I'll give you the odds as well. I'll go through the 10, give you the odds.
Right.
Mahomes +500, Josh Allen +800, CJ Stroud is number 3 +1,000, Burrow +1,000 at 4, Lamar Jackson +1,400 at 5, Jordan Love at 6, 1,400, Jalen Hurts 7, 1,400, Brock Purdy at 8, 1,600, Justin Herbert at 9 +2,000, and good old Dak Prescott +2,000 at 10.
I'll take Dak.
Truly.
Truly.
You think he can win the MVP?
Yes.
All right. So Mueller at 10. Dak Prescott +2,000.
Can I just say something here? Can you show me? Can figure out how to show me that without the rest, I guess. I agree with Mahomes, Josh Allen, CJ Stroud, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Jordan Love being that high, and Jalen Hurts. Let's talk about JJ, that little tandem there being that high.
No, agree
that
with you.
is crazy.
100%.
How many years are we going to put Brock Purdy in the top 10 when we know that he's
no one's going to vote for him, bro.
He's not even close to the reason they're going to win games. Yes, he has to play quarterback, but you're telling me that he's better for that team than Debo and McCaffrey and
The
Bosa.
defense. You know what's funny?
It makes no sense.
We talked about him being like a top 3 quarterback, and it's so hard because again, Gassy loves Purdy, and it's fine, and like I think he's a very good quarterback too, but it's so hard for me to like put that stamp on it. He's a top 3 quarterback. I can't. I've taken it back. I just can't do it. Like, yes, he's got talent, but there are other guys that just have better talent than him.
But you have to take
and it's
away
the numbers and the system, the offense, the coach, everything.
You have to take away the fact that he plays a position and you're ranking a position and most valuable player.
Yes.
Those are 2 very different things.
Agreed.
Because Tom Brady might have been the best quarterback,
but not the
when he was
most
especially
talented.
on the Patriots.
Yes.
He might have been the best quarterback for that team and able to win the most games.
Yes.
That was what made him the best.
Yes.
But to say that he was the most talented quarterback was probably wrong.
Yes.
And
agreed.
To say
100%.
that he was the reason why they won a lot of games, sure, you could say yeah. But then I'm sure if you look at other MVPs, like, were they just the best player on that team?
I think
or
Josh
were they
Allen,
the best player in that position, especially because it's a quarterback-heavy award.
Yes.
Like, if Josh Allen goes out there and this team wins all but, let's say, 3 or 4 games, you have to give it to him because even without seeing the games, I could tell you that he's probably the reason why they won.
Agreed.
Because when you look at that roster, like, he's carrying them. Look at the NBA. And this is going to sound like I'm a homer here, but when you look at Joel Embiid and what he's had to work with most years, the fact that he was able to do what he's done, I mean, he had to put up with Tobias for how many years?
And he's gone.
Like,
clap it up. Tobias Harris is not a Sixer.
We did it.
Let's go. Paul George,
Great
welcome
success.
to Philly.
But like, then you look at
great success. Nice.
you look at some of these other guys that are in the talks for it, and they got 3 or 4 guys with them, at least 2 guys with them. Whereas Embiid, like, he really only had Maxey. And then, like, when Maxey was out or not playing, like, Embiid had to put up 34. For a number of weeks, he was putting up 40 points. And if he didn't put up 40, they just simply weren't winning because you had Nico Batum, who moved slower than my granddad. And you got Tobias Harris, who basically stole money and should be be in federal prison for fraud. Shout out to his agent, the fact that he was able to pull that off.
He's unreal.
B-Ball Paul, who
he's now with the
he
Pistons.
Can't even escape Tobias. I feel bad for him. But he was walking shirts to the UPS store to send out to people that were ordering his sweatshirts or something every week. Like, brother, you're making millions on a basketball court and you can't figure out how to send stuff out of your house. Like, you got to walk down to the UPS store. Like, this team was so much. We had
just a normal citizen, man. That's it.
We had Rocco sitting on the bench. And let's not go down the rabbit hole.
No rabbit hole. But y'all got PG.
Is you got to separate best player in a position from MVP. Are they the most valuable player on that team? And the reason why they're winning? And does he have help? Does he have, like, all these other pieces got to go into it?
Like, we know that he's good and we know that he can rack up the wins. And yes, he's playing a part of it. Like, it's not like, oh, he's just there and he's just fucking cooking food for them behind center. Like, he's actually making a difference. But is it the difference that a guy like Josh Allen is going to make, or a guy like Lamar Jackson, or a guy like Pat Mahomes? No, we know, again, everything you said is spot on. And I just don't think people are going to vote for him. Like, he's got a lot of hate on him just because of everything we just spoke about and everything we've seen. So listen, I don't want to hate on Jalen Hurts here, but I don't see him winning. Even I think it's a waste of money.
He's the same. He's in the same position as Brock Purdy, because when I look at that offense, now you added Saquon to it. Jalen Hurts is not going to be the reason why you win games. Sure, he might win you 2 or 3 games.
Listen, a tush push
won't be the reason.
Listen, those tush pushes went a long way. And listen, Philly loved it, and rightfully so.
He wasn't even the reason why the tush push was working.
No. Agreed. I
Let's
agree
not
with
act
you.
like this guy.
No,
he wasn't
I'm
even
with you.
moving. He was in the air half the time being shoved by 5 other dudes.
Yes.
Over 5 more dudes who were blocking the front. This is
why I wanted to bring this up, bro.
I'm taking Dak Prescott.
All right.
It'll probably be Mahomes or Lamar, but I got to ride with my guy.
I'm going to take
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to take Herb, man. I'm going to take Justin Herbert just because. And the guy I'm rooting for him.
So we just looked at that whole list and took.
We went 10 and 9,
10.
bro. Like, I'm just going to. I thought about Burrow, but Burrow being an MVP and then being third in the division, it's not going to match up. No. So we'll put that aside. Let's move on here. So,
what's next?
Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I only have 6 here. There could have been a lot more guys I've listed.
What are Caleb's odds?
Plus 140. Dude, you never know.
Tell me who else is there.
Caleb Williams plus 140, Jaden Daniels plus 650, Marvin Harrison Jr. plus 750, Malik Neighbors plus 1,500, Bo Nix at 5 plus 1,700, J.J. McCarthy, who's not even going to start, plus 1,700.
That's crazy. He's plus 1,700.
Who was offensive?
That should be plus 70,000.
Yeah. Who was offensive rookie last year? Do you remember? It wasn't Bijan, and he was the heavy favorite. It might have been like Sam Laporta or someone.
I think it was.
I wish I could look. Might have been, but
I could look.
Yeah, give me something here.
I'm taking Caleb because, listen, he already has all the votes in his pocket. He already has all the votes. All he has to do is go out there and play half decent, and everyone's just going to give him the award because Neighbors isn't going to get it.
Give me Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels isn't going to get it. The only way Jaden Daniels gets it is if they come in like second or first place, and that's not happening.
We really
it's not happening. Like
this is absurd. This is absurd, bro. We went 9 and 10 for MVPs. We went 1 and 2 for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
That award's going to be craziness this year because you're going to have a lot of people who don't like the Bears and don't like Caleb and all this stuff, and they want to be different.
Oh, if he starts painting his fingernails and it becomes like a media distraction,
I'm all for it now.
Listen, I'm all for it too, bro. I'm rooting for the kid, man. Lucas Berry, shout out to you, my man. I'm rooting for you as well.
You didn't even pick up on why I said that.
Say it again. I missed
Sixers drafted Jared McCain from Duke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Oh, didn't he like kind of snap recently?
Oh, yeah.
Like 15.6 boards.
Both games.
We're gonna start. Listen, you're gonna start recording TikToks like him now. Paint your nails.
I'm fine. I'll do it.
So
CJ Stroud.
What are you looking at right now? Oh, CJ Stroud. Of course, bro.
Dude, we do this all the time.
Yes, of course. CJ Stroud.
We are so dumb.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Regardless, what's next?
So CJ Stroud won it last year. Bryce Young was probably the heavy favorite. Here we are. So I'm going Jaden Daniels, second overall. We're gonna repeat here.
It's gonna be one of them two. I just don't. It's gonna be whoever plays better.
Yeah, whoever has better numbers.
Whoever plays bad football better.
Or that.
That's probably what's going to happen.
That works. Okay, so let's do Offensive Player of the Year. So this is excluding you can include the rookies if you want, but they're not going to win it unless Marvin Harrison goes crazy. Let's do Offensive Player of the Year. I have Tyreek Hill plus 800 at number 1, McCaff plus 900 number 2, CeeDee Lamb plus 1,000 number 3, Jamar Chase plus 1,000 number 4, Justin Jefferson plus 1,000 number 5, Bijan at number 6 jumping to plus 2,000, Saquon Barkley plus 2,000 at 7, Amon-Ra plus 2,200 at 8, Breece Hall, shout out to Breece, plus 2,200 at 9, Puka Nacua plus 2,500 at 10. Really good list, strong list.
I'm taking CeeDee Lamb, and now here's my reasoning. Because I do think that Dak Prescott's going to come out, and we always talk about this, how when players are playing for that contract and like proving themselves to get that next one, all that stuff. CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott are kind of in those areas right now where they got to come out and be ready and come get that money. And that's why I picked Dak for the MVP, because I do think if he does come out and do that, like there's no doubt in my mind he will get it done. And then CeeDee Lamb will just be the beneficiary of him getting MVP. Like, who's going to be the one catching the ball and getting all the touchdowns? CeeDee Lamb. It's not going to, like, it's going to go hand in hand. So I'm going CeeDee Lamb here. I believe in CeeDee Lamb. I feel like he was close to doing it last year when he set all those records. Yeah, I think it happens this year.
Listen, he's third favorite, so third best odds.
Yeah, it's not like it's crazy to say.
No, it's not crazy.
But I truly believe that he's going to make it happen this year.
So I'm stuck between, like, tough list. I want to go Justin Jefferson so badly.
But think about the team he's going to be.
Yes, then that's why I'm not.
No matter who's at quarterback.
Yes. So I don't know what entails being comeback player of the year. If Saquon, if you want to throw him in there, by all means. But again, he played. So I'm going to go Puka, bro. Like, for some reason, I'm high on Puka. I love Cooper Kupp. I think he's going to kind of slide down a wide receiver too. And I think Stafford and him, their connection, kind of like Dak and CD, is just only going to get better. I think CD has a better advantage because it's really just him. There's no other receivers that he has. But I think Puka could really put up numbers. I know it sounds crazy. I would go JJ, but if I'm just going for value here and I'm betting this, you put 10 on Puka to win it, you win 250. I'm going to go Puka, man. And I would love to go Breece Hall too, man. That's another guy. Like, you go 9 and 10 there, and you just hope like one of those two guys is going to be in the runnings for the. At some point, they will be favorite or they will be runner-up. So that's me. I got Puka to win Offensive Player of the Year.
I like it.
Damn, Argentina. Hold on, technical gold.
Who scored? Enzo?
Yep, 24. Now they're looking for offside, I believe. But I think they should be fine.
All right, let's see here. Let's see.
It was a great shot. And a great pass, too. No, just kidding.
That's going to come back, I think.
That's
definitely going to come back.
Is it deflection?
No, but look, he was offsides and he went for...
Yeah, that's coming back, absolutely. Coming back. So they'll look at that.
All right.
In the meantime...
What's the next one?
So this is the last one. It was a fun one. NFC East winner. I got...
I mean, let's be honest here.
I got Eagles minus 120, Boys plus 155, Commanders plus 1,100, Giants plus 1,400.
I have the chance to do something really funny, which would be a throwback for this show.
Please do.
Which would be to take Washington to win the division.
Bro, if I was just 3 years a little too early, I'm going to be sick.
I will never forget when you said that, and Gash and I looked at you and were like, please cash that out now. We're like, just get your money back out of there and put it on anything else.
They did beat the Birds that year, and the Birds were undefeated, gave them their first L.
That's fine. What place did they come in?
Yeah, like third place. But
I'm taking the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. Oh, man. I'm going to take the Birds on that one. Sorry, I have to do it.
No, that's fair. Like, no one's ever repeated.
Yeah, and that's the reason why. So,
and then you look at the other two that could win it, and it's like the Giants ain't winning. And the Commanders, slim. I mean, come on, they ain't doing it.
So. I think, like, I've liked the Commanders. I've liked the potential that they've had, but their owner's an asshole, and now they've hired Dan Quinn. We all know Dan Quinn. We all know he's not going to go crazy and win them the Super Bowl. But they got players, man, and we can't overlook that. Like, they could beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right off the bat.
People forget that Dan Quinn just took guys that choked in the playoffs with him to the Commanders. And I think that's the best thing possible for the Eagles and the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. He took a bunch of choke artists and allowed the Cowboys to get stronger. The Birds already know they can beat those guys. So, like, Washington's not going to win.
It's a big veteran presence right in Washington right now. They have Austin Eckler. Like, we're not going to forget. Everyone's going to remember, or they're going to figure out that he's on the Commanders when they're like, oh shit, Austin Eckler scored, or when they're drafting for fantasy, like, Austin Eckler's on the Commanders.
That would make you saying he scored would make it seem like he had to be able to run.
I'll never forget that play against the Packers. I'm seeing him run. I'm like, man.
He's
old, bro.
He's got cinder blocks on him.
Oh, yeah. He had some ankle weights on his fucking ankles, dude. He was moving slow.
They counted that.
Yeah. Wow. I just noticed.
Wow.
That's crazy. So, yep, that game's over. Argentina, congratulations. Wait a minute. It says a semifinal.
Yeah.
And then who are the two other teams?
That was Messi.
Messi scored. There it is.
The two other teams are Colombia and
Venezuela, Ecuador,
Paraguay?
Uruguay.
Oh, Uruguay.
Uruguay?
Yeah.
There it is.
That's going to be a really good game.
Yes, it is. Dude, James Rodriguez is still playing too.
Dude, he's balling out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He was the first player to ever be contributing to 3 goals in the first half of a Copa America game. I think Uruguay's going to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for Uruguay
Darwin.
there. So, yeah, that's
it, though.
That's a lot of good stuff right there.
Yep.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yep.
Football's around the corner. We got another segment coming up next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Keep the support. We love y'all.
Peace.